Okay.
Thank you, Steve.
At one time or another, we've all probably had our moments with cab drivers. You know, the ones who cut you off or weave in and out of traffic, speeding past all the other cars. Have you ever wondered why they're on the road? Tonight, CBS 2's Pam Zekman investigates dangerous taxis, and she's here now with a preview of what she found. Pam?
Tracy, our investigative team checked out the traffic court records of thousands of city cab drivers, and we found dozens of drivers with long histories of moving violations and accidents that city regulators knew nothing about. This cab driver is an accident waiting to happen with more than 80 tickets in 10 years. We watched him cut in front of cars and speed down Lakeshore Drive. Despite all these tickets, you still drive recklessly.
I don't drive recklessly.
Other cab drivers we found have also been involved in terrible accidents, seriously injuring pedestrians, other motorists, even this firefighter on an emergency run.
He did it once, he got away with it, he's going to do it again. Simple as that.
Tonight at 10, we'll tell you about the driving records of some of the city's worst cab drivers and why they're still on the road. Watch Dangerous Taxis tonight at 10. Reporting live in the newsroom, Pam Zekman, CBS 2 News.
Thanks, Pam. Mike Adamle is here with a look at spring training. More
You hail them for a ride to work, an appointment, or a night out on the town. But do you know if you can trust that stranger behind the wheel?
Tonight, CBS 2's Pam Zekman investigates the driving records of Chicago cabbies. Pam.
Lyndon, Antonio, we spent months reviewing traffic court records and even following some cabbies with the worst driving records. For those who've been unfortunate enough to literally run into them, the results have been devastating. They run stop signs, red lights, sometimes colliding with cars, even fire trucks on emergency runs.
He went around a vehicle to go through a stop sign.
Others make illegal turns or fail to yield to pedestrians.
I had just gotten the light. I saw nothing coming, and out of nowhere, this cab just whips around the corner and nails me.
We tried to ask the cab driver, Riyadh Hassoun, about the accident. Why did you hit the pedestrian as she crossed the street?
I am sorry, ma'am. I can't talk to you.
His driving record includes convictions for disregarding a red light, stop signs, and making an improper turn, all prior to the accident.
He should never have been out there on the street to be in a position to be able to hurt me like that, especially given a history like that. That's just outrageous.
Since the accident 3 years ago, Hassoun has gotten 12 more tickets for the same kind of violations.
You would think that an individual who mowed down a lady in a crosswalk would have learned a lesson. And the only lesson that this guy learned is that he can get away with it.
Augustine Bowaki is also getting away with a lot. He ran a stop sign and collided with a fire truck. But all 5 tickets he got relating to the accident were dismissed, apparently because there was no witness in court.
I would have been there if I was notified.
Bowaki could not be reached for comment about the accident that seriously injured firefighter Paul Gattillo. The 24-year veteran is now on permanent disability, but still keeps his gear in his truck, a reminder of the job he left behind.
I loved being a fireman. It's the best job in the world.
We looked up driving histories for more than 11,000 Chicago cab drivers and found some with as many as 40, 50, even 60 tickets. But the worst? John O'Hara, with tickets for more than 80 moving violations.
80?
He didn't believe us, so we counted. 61, 62, 63, 64, reckless driving. This record seems to indicate that you're a reckless driver, a dangerous driver. Your reaction to that?
I say I'm not. I wasn't found guilty on almost every one of those.
That's not true. He was found guilty 18 times. Not guilty 5 times. But incredibly, 53 tickets were dismissed. The chief judge of traffic court says 80 to 90% of the tickets are dismissed because witnesses don't show up in court. Most often, the police officer who wrote the ticket. And cab drivers know the odds of that happening are good.
And they're not there. It's your lucky day.
How would you describe your drive?
I'm a safe driver.
Oh, yeah? We followed O'Hara to see for ourselves. We got him. And showed our videotape to Commander Edward Lanuti, the city's top traffic cop.
He seems to drive like he's the only person on the road.
He says O'Hara committed at least 8 traffic violations while we were following him, passing on the right, almost hitting another vehicle. He did it again 2 more times. Then he got on Lakeshore Drive. He just went across 3 lanes and was speeding, leaving us in his dust.
Somebody could get seriously injured if he continues to drive like that.
To us, it looked like you were driving like a maniac. Your reaction?
I wasn't. My customers tell me all the time they love my driving.
As for officers who fail to appear in court, there are a number of law enforcement agencies that write tickets in Cook County. A spokesman for one of them, the Chicago Police Department, says their officers showed up in traffic court 74% of the time last year. Most of those who did not were excused because of scheduling conflicts. About 1,800 had no excuse. The spokesman said unexcused absences are taken seriously and can result in a reprimand or suspension if it happens repeatedly. Tomorrow night at 10, we'll look at some reasons why these dangerous taxi drivers are still on the road. That's tomorrow night at 10. Antonio and Linda?
You better believe I'm going to be looking out for that guy.
That guy, and you never know, as you said, when you get in a cab, you can't ask their driving record. How many tickets have you had lately?
You really can't. And just because they have a license from the city doesn't mean they have a safe driving record, unfortunately.
If you're uneasy, pay the fare and get out, right?
Get out of the cab.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night, Pam. Thank you.